back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we're just going to be showing you how Galactic Cruise reboxes. Galactic Cruise comes, even retail edition, comes with a bunch of Game Trayz. Everything has a place, and so we're just going to kind of show off where everything goes. I have held on to this welcome pack, the little letter and the packing guide, employee handbook, is still in here. This is just too nice of a thing for me to throw away. So, but the instructions for packing this box are included in here. So, you know, don't feel like you have to watch this video every time to put it away. Anyways, on top here, we have our 4 kind of player modules. Each one of these has essentially the same stuff in it, but just in a different color. So your little travel agent here, your other workers here, you'll have to put the 2 expert workers side by side, but your regular workers should stack. And then your 3 resource markers, your reputation marker, and your, I forget what this is, your scoring marker or something like that. Your development gears, just your general cubes that you can put on progress tracks. And then everybody starts with a starting engine and cockpit. It's going to look like this, and then you're going to get a starting amount of money, so you want to make sure you give everybody, store people's starting money in here, or else it won't fit as nicely in here, and their kind of upgrade tokens. So there's actually exactly 4 of each one of these upgrade tokens. Each person gets 1. So that is what is in here. So, you know, as is becoming more and more standard, you basically just, oh, you want to play yellow? Here you go. You hand that to somebody and they are off and running. So these just nicely sit up on top. I would recommend not throwing away these storage or these packing cubes unless you have the expansions. This is going to sit empty. So if you have the expansions, a lot of the additional components, cardboard components like this, are going to come in their own little tray and they'll be placed here. But for now, I don't have any of those expansions, so I'm just kind of filling this space. That way these don't tip over awkwardly on the inside. So don't throw these away. For right now, we'll just set them off to the side. Here we have 2 trays. They're exactly the same, of just our ads and 3 ads, single money and 5 money. And so these just stack right here. There's then these tiles, there's actually 5 of them. There's enough room for them to stack, and if you have an expansion, there would be more. So those go right there. This is for cards. If you get the expansion, they're going to come with more agenda cards, things like that. I have all my cards stacked here so that I could put my little bonus thing right there. Here we have all of our kind of flight plans. So these are the ones where it's showing you your destinations, how much fuel you're going to pay for. And here are the people who are going to go on the cruises, each in their own little tray. You do kind of have to stack these like this. There's not a whole lot of room in there to just dump them. So stacking them like this is the way to get them all in there. Under here, we have some of the kind of neutral stuff that everybody's going to have access to. I still don't honestly know what these little boards are for. But the first player token, these are for solo here. Neutral gears for when you're playing at lower player counts. These are the markers. This is like the resource markers, gray cubes, things like that, all sit there. These are the for expert workers. And then there's 2 schematics, 2 blueprints here for rooms inside your ship that would not fit into here. I could smash one in, but then it makes them hard to get out. I don't know if they just miscounted. It's perfectly fine that they're there. You'll just have to figure out how to shuffle them in at some point. I'm assuming that if you pick up at least one of the expansions, there's probably room in those that these other 2 will slot in. They probably just, everything fit as an all-in style of pledge, and they just miscounted what was in the core box versus what was in the expansion. So 2 of them are sitting right there. All right, we can lift this up. It lifts up pretty nicely. Here we have our training manual and employee handbook, or company records. We want to make sure that this is the specific spot for these. If not, then there's this low side here, and that tray that we just took out will tip funny. So make sure you slot them into here. You can see they go right there, and there's a little place for you, but it's easily to get your fingers underneath there. Then we've got the overall player board here. I mean, just the main board, sorry. And below that are player boards. You can see this thing is cut out in such a way that each layer is gonna only fit just right. For right now, I have all these silica gels just sitting here. I like to keep these in my packages. I live in a very humid area here in the South. So this is a space that would be filled up with more of these with expansions. So you don't have to keep those there. It's entirely up to you, but for now it's just empty space. And then we have our 4 player boards sitting on top of, here's the actions spaces. Here are the upgrades or technology spaces. These are going to be your company goal tiles. You'll only be using one of these per game. These are going to be your progress tracks, 1, 3, and 2. This spot here is for an expansion. This is your kind of travel agent board, and then your employee handbooks sit beneath it. The travel agent board is not quite, you can see the same length on both sides. There's this little tiny edge, and that is going to fit right up against here. So always kind of put it just like this, and it'll lay as flat as possible. And that's it. You know, like I mentioned, everything has its place. And the little office, how to store your desk away manual type of thing was fine in getting this all figured out. So hopefully this was helpful for some of you visual learners out there, but everything does fit in here nicely. I would not recommend storing this up on its side if you can help it, but it might survive. It's just such a big box, and it is definitely designed to lay flat like so. But that is it. So we'll just get everything back in here, and that will be the end of the video. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.